sei felice tu vuoi avere il tuo momento di notorietà.
This is my Uganda. Somebody else will look at it differently. I thought my art mattered to the world until I realized that I was a black African. So I just decided that it's not because I don't have a message as an artist. It's just that my message is not relevant to the scheme of things. The art world is driven from the Western world, from Europe. I was in Kampala a few days ago and I saw this baby crawling on pavements on the streets, and I thought that relates very much to how Africa, I think, is viewed in the eyes of the world.
Here's the book. I just kind of collage a lot of stuff together with some of my notes that I've collected over a long period of time. This is another backdrop for one of my posters. And the main message is freedom. If you go in an alleyway, I'm trying to get all my stuff in that because that's where you're not going to expect it, and that's where it's nasty. You know, somebody's going to be going to the bathroom and they're going to look up and they might laugh. But it's also weird. I also deal with like a weird psychology of now I'm vandalizing. Like there's that negative of it, but then there's this huge positive, and I see why so many people do it.
In Japan, we have good standard of living, and there are so many people who are called neat, and they never work, but they get money and just go and work a little bit somewhere and then a little bit somewhere, so that you don't need to have responsibility for your life. Yeah, it's a bit strange, the society in Japan at the moment, because of lots of choices and lots of possibilities. Sometimes it's bad. We have freedom to choose, so we can choose to give up, and no one blames you. Yeah, so that's why there's so many young people living without dream and home. You know, everything is there, so therefore we take everything for granted, and it becomes really irresponsible for the society.
St Mary's is a house of welcome. It's basically a place where people can come if they don't have anywhere else. I'm a social documentary photographer, so I work quite a lot in community groups and with people. They thought they'd invite me for 11 weeks to actually take a workshop and teach some of these people some photography skills. The Colours project just literally landed on my lap at the perfect time.
I'm trying to work on a poem at the moment. I'm going for an urban versus sort of rural scene. So it goes, back lanes where the drunks and druggies vomit and die. Tall trees touch blue skies. Stale urine, fresh turds. A light touch in the land of laughing birds. Blood-spattered shirt, torn pants, broken wrist. Cheap wine, gushing water down rock's spine.
The engagement that they've had with their cameras and with putting it together and collating the information and editing it themselves and telling a story has been fantastic.
In Melbourne?
In 1990 onwards, all the mills are slowly and gradually closed down. Lots of mill workers, they don't have the jobs. They are literally imposing the people along with the local gangsters to take the money and leave these places. We have organized the youth, those who are not related to writing. They get the chance to write their own thing. Means my life I share with others through this magazine.